My message is, look, 1 million people on the continent of Africa are quarantined right now with Ebola, and 10,000 people of them fly out daily with 35 nonstop to other continents, including the U.S., every day. And you honestly believe Mr. Duncan's the only one that's transported this disease elsewhere? It's being missed just like we missed it in Dallas. Now, I have no doubt that Dallas will contain and stomp out this Ebola cluster.
Right.
But what happens, folks? What happens when it gets into Mexico City or my beloved country of Guatemala? The CDC is just not going to fly loads of jets
well, so wait a minute.
in there to tamp it down.
Well, so wait a minute.
Crossing the border in every minute. Every advanced health system
Gill,
has a system that can be taxed.
I want to make sure I understand your point. So your point is that it's inevitable that it's going to get into other countries that don't have the equivalent of the CDC there to contain it, and once it grows sufficiently in those areas, there'll be such a load on the globe, so to speak, that it will eventually, overwhelm us? There'll be pouring in the borders?
That statement is close to being true. It's not my statement. It's the World Health Organization, September 4th. They said it's just a matter of time before it starts showing up in clusters and industrialized countries.
Well, clusters,
2 weeks later,
thing.
And a month later, the president said it was an extremely small chance. Mr. Duncan was misdiagnosed the first time.
Yes, which is
he went
terrible.
to the ER. And
that's the biggest gaffe in the whole.
We should have had a heightened awareness.
Right. That's the biggest gaffe in the whole thing. Well, that was our fault. But Dr. Mobley, that was our fault as physicians. Our system failed on that one. That wasn't the government. The guy went to the ER, and the ER turned him away.
The government was telling us it was a very low chance, and the World Health Organization said it was inevitable. My point is, we've got the biggest third world country in the world right to our south, and the doors are wide open. This is going to devour third world countries because of the devastated healthcare system due to the conflicts, deplorable sanitation, and distrust of the government. I'm telling you, it's going to overwhelm us. We can handle a cluster or two, but how many more jets can we fly around the United States full of people? How many more people?
If this were airborne, and it were something very much like measles, I would completely agree with you. But the R naught on this disease is 2. So it's an arithmetic.
Go back 20 years ago, you understand that this became airborne in Maryland in the research lab. Read Richard Preston's The Hot Zone, sir.
No, my understanding is, and I don't have
CDC on a regular basis.
Listen, my understanding through talking to people that work in infectious disease is that there's no documented case of a virus ever going from being non-airborne to airborne, and certainly never been seen with Ebola. But you and I are going to have to agree to disagree on that.